When we're inside of a seller's market, it can be hard to work with buyers, but how do we get the seller listings? How does that even happen? It seems like all you're doing is working with buyers. How can we actually target some sellers? Let's dig in. What's up guys, Louis Gall here, good to see you. We are digging into sellers on this video. We are in a seller's market right now at the time of shooting this, and it seems like everyone is working with buyers. And when we run Facebook ads, when we run different kinds of lead generation strategies, typically they're all for buyers, right? Because those are the people searching online for information about real estate, but sellers typically aren't. So how are we going to target sellers to actually make them clients, to get in front of them, to pitch our services, instead of it just being, well, it was a friend of mine who does real estate, or this was the agent I used when they bought a place, whatever. How are we going to actually target these sellers and get some listings? Well, let's jump into some. So the first one that has been working for me recently has been jumping into past clients. So look back in your Rolodex or Google spreadsheet or whatever it is of past clients. You should be keeping up with them anyway and making sure that you're still in touch all the time. But past clients who have bought a home, because in the recent couple of years, the growth in real estate has gone exponentially through the roof, especially in Denver where we are. We actually bought a home 3.5 years ago and just sold it for close to double the price in 3.5 years. So buyers who purchased a home a couple of years ago might be sitting on a big fat piece of equity that they can cash out and move into their next home a little bit quicker than they thought. So reach out to all of your past clients, all your buyers, see how they're doing, see if they know what's going on, see if they've seen what's happening in the market, and talk to them about a possible opportunity for them to make some money. All right, the next one is all about YouTube, where we are right now. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, next to Google, who own YouTube. So, double whammy. But people are looking on there for information. So if a seller who doesn't have an agent already is looking for some information on their neighborhood, what's going on, chances are if they search for it, videos are going to pop up of someone who wants to talk about that. So you should be updating community videos all the time, even if you're picking one or two like little suburbs of your city or wherever you are, maybe within like a range of 500 to 2,000 houses or something like that. Pick a little community like that and start doing videos on those areas, sending market updates, talking about listings that have sold recently, the activity in the area. You'd be surprised the amount of people who are searching but don't find information because no one else is filming videos. So start some community videos. Okay, the next one is old school. I don't do this myself, but there's agents on my team who do this very, very well, and it is door knocking. Oh boy, that's a tough one. Door knocking, not for me. I have an internal fear of rejection, so I'm not really big on knocking the door and getting it shut in my face. But door knocking is huge. Now the key to this is to provide value, as always with what we do with all of our clients. You're not going to knock a door and be like, we could sell your house for blah, 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 because they've probably had 10 other agents go by and say that, and you're going to get the door shut on you quicker than one of those political people who come around at 8 o'clock in the evening and ask if you're voting. So do not do that. Come with value. You have to talk about what's going on in the neighborhood, how you're approaching the neighborhood, what community activities you're involved in. Introduce yourself in a good way. Have something physically to leave them when you are door knocking, okay? So don't always go with, hey, this is how much you get. Just go with, hey, I'm new in the neighborhood. I'm introducing myself as a local expert. Here's some information about me and about the community that you might not know about. Feel free to reach out anytime. So that's the kind of door knocking that you want to be doing. Okay, the next big one is Facebook groups. If you're not in like a buy, sell, swap, trade Facebook group in your community or the community that you're trying to infiltrate, you should be getting on that ASAP. Those groups are full of people on there every single day looking for things, especially the buy and sell and the trade ones. So what you should be doing is posting listings on there. Even if they're not yours, ask someone on your team in the brokerage if you can use theirs, okay? So take that, post it up on Facebook, and you might get some traction from people who are also looking for information in that area. Okay, next up, you need to optimize your Google My Business page. It's really something that has flown under the radar with most agents that I talk to. They're all on Facebook, they're all on Instagram, some of them are getting on YouTube, which is great. But not a lot of people are using Google My Business, and I have no idea why. Like I said before, it's the #1 search engine in the world. So if you optimize that, and we're going to show you how to do that in another video, you should be able to get your pictures up there, get your reviews up there, and get up the ladder for search engine optimization on Google. That way, when people are looking for agents, yours is going to come up. So look out for that video soon. Google My Business. We are going to go over that in depth and how to optimize that for your business. Next up, for sale by owners, F.S.B.Os. This is another tough one because if you're scared of rejection like I am, it's not for you, but it could be. I have an agent on my team who is killing it with F.S.B.Os. He sets the appointment, he gets in there, he talks to them about the benefits of working with him instead of selling it by themselves, gives them his track record, the team track record, and all that good stuff. And he gets those listings. And he does it like, I would say he gets like 50% of them, which is huge. So F.S.B.Os are big, and the best way to do this is to get on Zillow, do a home search, homes for sale, and then just click for sale by owner. That's the only one you want to have checked. Then the whole list is going to come up. The next step is to look for the ones that have been on the market for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, something like that, because they know they're in a seller's market, but their house hasn't shifted yet and every other house is selling. Why is that? Well, it's because you're trying to sell your house yourself, fool. So get on F.S.B.Os, ones that have been on the market for a little bit, talk to them and you will crush it. Next one is kind of out of the box, but what you're going to do is you're going to throw a party for your sellers. So I know obviously at this point you have to have a seller, or you could do it with another agent buddy of yours who has got a seller. Now when they close on the sale, we are going to throw them a going away party. So they might be moving to another part of town, another house, out of state, whatever it is, don't care. We're going to throw them a big party of going away, leaving the neighborhood, because what's going to happen? All the neighbors are going to come to the party, and of course it's hosted by you. You're going to have a whole bunch of stuff there. You're going to make sure you're there shaking everyone's hands, kissing babies, and making a name for yourself at the party. So that is going to be a huge one out of the box, but it's going to be a big one for sure. Throw parties for your sellers. Okay, the last one we're going to talk about today, and there is loads of these, so we'll be doing more and more and more as time goes on, but the next one is referral business. Getting referral partners in what's called feeder markets. So a feeder market is somewhere that everyone is moving to in your town. Okay, so they might be moving from the town to the mountains like they are here, or we might be coming from California to Denver, or we might be going from Denver to wherever. If you're seeing a trend of people moving, that's what's called a feeder market, and you want to establish great referral connections in those markets so you can do business with those agents, because typically sellers are looking for the homes they're going to buy before they actually list their home. So maybe even just looking, browsing, maybe they're contacting Zillow, whatever that is. Whoever the agent is who's contacted by them for the purchase, they need to be in your referral group to get you the listing over here. And they might take a 20-25% commission, whatever, it's all good. Just do the business. So start referral groups. Make sure if you're in a brokerage, you have a great referral network. At ours, we have a whole system dialed in. I do a ton from California, from New York, and Texas. That is my big 3 states that I do a lot of business from, and referral business to and from as well. So start a referral network. If you don't have one, just start reaching out on Facebook groups or whoever it is. Just Google search agents in different cities and just start those connections on Facebook, Instagram. And once you have those connections, now you can start to build traction with your referral network. So that is just some tips for finding sellers in this market. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of others that we can go through, and we will do in further videos. But the key here is to get outside the box. It's not quite as simple as finding buyers with Facebook ads, Google ads, Zillow, if you're paying for Zillow, you know, whatever it is, it's not quite as simple. You have to kind of think outside the box sometimes if you haven't already cracked into a farm or a sphere or a circle of influence that you're getting all these listings from. So try them out. Let me know how you get on. Drop some comments below if you have any questions. And if you haven't done already, go ahead and subscribe. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday, unlocking industry secrets to help grow your real estate business. See you on the next one.